All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. I believe this is episode 93. I went solo for the last one since he was on holiday and everything. Um, and holiday is like vacation. Is
Yeah,
is is that what it is for y'all? Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay. That's what I figured. So for people that if they come in and watch it like when it's on demand, they're like, "What the hell is holiday?" It's vacation. Okay. It might be a little different from how the United States is, but it's the same thing. Who cares? But how you doing today, sir? I know we talked off the camera a little bit, but
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all the details on camera because some of it is obviously a personal, sensitive subject. But yeah, just been an eventful last few weeks that I will say, both good and bad. But overall, like today, as I am today, and how I've been for the last few days, not bad, not bad. Just getting through day by day, and yeah, looking forward to SummerSlam. Despite the negative things we're going to be talking about, especially on the last Monday Night Raw, uh, particularly with one segment. And the product itself hasn't been the greatest leading up to SummerSlam at all. But I'm still excited for SummerSlam because some of the matches on there are, they're going to be really good. So I can't wait to actually talk over them and give the predictions because we got 2 nights of SummerSlam to go through and give predictions for. So this should be interesting.
I mean, gee, I wonder. I mean, don't you think if they had one night, this would be like one of the best SummerSlam cards if you combine the two of the good matches and great matches that could possibly be with the two nights?
I have noticed that, yes. It's just like if you take away some of the filler matches in each night and just combine them into one big night and have all the best matches from each night combined, yeah, it would be a stacked card from start to finish.
I mean, look, they got 12 matches right now. Cut it down to 8 and give me 4.5 hours of stuff. I look, I know a lot of people don't like long like PLEs or pay-per-views because AEW boy, they it, if you're watching it from overseas and especially from the UK or wherever you may be overseas and you're 5 hours difference, you are watching it till 6 in the morning most of the time, which is wild to me.
Yep,
Just
we
wild.
we've been through it. We've been through it. Hell, I remember back when WrestleManias were one night and WrestleManias were like fucking 8 hours long, like WrestleMania 32 and 33 and 34. Oh, it was a fucking training experience getting through all that. Staying up until like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to watch that shit. No.
Yeah, I just think about it. Earlier start time this weekend, 11 p.m. start for us. Yeah, that's 6 for us. Oh, John Cena is in the chat. Okay. Oh, John Cena. Oh, great.
How's retirement, man? How's retirement?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Never mind. I ain't going. But like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you looked at this card, and you say if you minus like 4 matches. Hello, Angel. Welcome to the stream. Um, if you minus like 4 matches of this 12 matches and give us 8, I think this is like a solid 4.5. Yes, you are, sir. Then you're fake. Um, you give us like a 4.5, 8 matches. Like give every match to breathe at least 12 minutes or so. Like I think this is probably a very good SummerSlam, but here we are, 2 nights. They got to have 2 nights for some odd reason, but in the
Yeah, I personally don't like it. That SummerSlam's 2 nights. I think there's only two shows that should be potentially 2 nights: WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble. Maybe the Royal Rumble, like because then you could have the Women's Rumble be one night and then the Men's Rumble be on the other night. I could maybe understand that, but SummerSlam, I don't see why that should be 2 nights. It should be WrestleMania or Royal Rumble at most.
we if we talk about the biggest party in the summer, and everything. Um, to me, that screams one night having the biggest party for one night,
Mhm.
not 2 nights in a row.
Mm.
So, I mean, I better just get used to it. Just watch. Survivor Series will be 2 nights here soon.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they do it for all of the big four now. Like they do it for each big four pay per view. They make them all 2 nights, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumble. Potentially even Money in the Bank if they want to really take the piss.
No, no. Look, I'm going to Money in the Bank in October. No, I do not want to sit through 2 nights. One night of 5 to 6 matches. Well, I don't think Triple H will do 6 matches with 2 ladder matches. That's asking too much. That's asking too much from the non-ball head fraud now since he's growing out hair. Um, by the way, did you see where a lot of people said that he's growing out hair so they can't call him a ball fraud anymore?
That's brilliant.
Josh, I can see them doing it for Money in the Bank. I can very much see them doing it for Money in the Bank. It doesn't need it, but yeah. Um, we're talking about wrestling, so if it ain't your genre, you can get the hell out of here. Yeah, I'm just being nice. I'm just kind of in a mood today because of what we're going to eventually be talking about. So you're going to see a different side of me. It's not going to be the nice side very much today. Before we talk about all that and SummerSlam, let's just talk about some of the rumors and do a more of a positive side with some things and a negative on the other. I'm not big on Busted Open or listen to Sirius XM, but what are your thoughts about WWE basically buying them and taking it over, and now it's WWE Radio?
um, I don't really have an opinion because I didn't listen to Busted Radio. I didn't listen to any of that. I don't really listen to much radio content when it comes to wrestling. I used to, not with particular radios, but some wrestling podcasts. Like I listened to a couple like a few years ago. Um, but I don't really listen to much wrestling content when it comes to podcasts or radios anymore. So I don't really have too much of an opinion of it. But I think it's clear why WWE is doing it. WWE is doing it just so they can have a big radio platform out there that talks about their programming and their product, but without any of the negative aspects of criticizing their products. They're just going to just talk about it and just praise it nonsensically, even if it's bad. Like it's clear why they're doing it, and I don't like that aspect of it. But
Wait a minute.
unfortunately, that's what these big companies do. We don't get serious here, so I don't particularly
They
care.
really,
Charging for radio is pants, in my opinion.
are,
Yeah,
are they
uh, I
wait a minute, wait a minute. Are they really charging for it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Whoa,
whether they
whoa,
are or
whoa,
not. If they are, it's ridiculous.
wait a minute, hold on. With Sirius is like it's like a higher brand, supposedly a higher brand of radio. So if you have it in your car, you have to buy for it. So it's not really them charging for it. I would say that, Josh. It's not really WWE charging for it. Now, if WWE could charge for it more, they probably would because they're under the TKO brand. So, but um, I listened to the Open thing, but normally on their YouTube and everything. So it's like video form. I don't listen to the audio. I'm sorry, I just can't do that. If I watch a podcast, which is always with like the or podcast or wrestling, it's always like JD or Saw Monster or Chris Van Vliet. That's my three that I only three that I really listen to.
Funny
Um,
enough, what the like podcasts that I used to listen to like consistently back in the day, JD was one of them. So yeah, I can relate on that one. I still like pay attention to some of what he has to say with certain parts of the product, but yeah, but back a few years ago, I used to like listen to his show reviews basically on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I I think I find it like this. Like, I don't think he's like the main reason I started, but I think he's one of the reasons because I think just him. I just always liked his opinions. I know a lot of people don't really like some of his opinions, which I
Mhm.
understand because I don't agree with everything he says either. But I don't know. The only podcast I used to was Solo Monster, Don Tony, and CVV. It's just Solo Monster and CVV. Yes. Okay. Yeah, CVV is just the main person for interviews. I mean,
Yeah.
and he does them good every time. It's not. I don't know. I can't really tell you the last time I've seen one that was like not decent or something. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to be going to those type of people with this move because, I mean, I watched Bustin' Open with the YouTube version of it because I did enjoy how they talked about stuff and everything. And I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Dave because Dave is like the main person that's been with Bust Open, like Glucka and everything. And he this wasn't his move. If it was his move, he wouldn't have done this move because he wants to talk about all wrestling. But now they're under the WWE umbrella, so that should be fun, fun. What's your thoughts on Bailey and everything? You think this is
Yeah,
go ahead.
I saw that obviously her contract is like close to expiring, isn't it?
Close, yes.
Yeah, like very close to expiring, and there was like rumors of her like leaving WWE and going to like wherever she's gonna go, AEW or whatever. Um Part of me is thinking maybe she should, because I just look at Bailey and I'm just like what else can she really accomplish in WWE that she hasn't done already? She's accomplished everything she's done in WWE. They're not really using her to her full potential anymore. They're sort of just using her as the person to get up and coming talent over, like Lyra Valkyria, for example, in which I'm really liking this heel run by Lyra so far. I think it's been some of her best work so far in her WWE career. I think it's great. But yeah, I just think it sucks to see Bailey being used as just a person to get up and coming talent over, and just I understand that like legends have to do that at some point to get the younger talent over and to build them up and stuff. But still, like when you see Becky still being a top person in the division, like being used to elevate the Intercontinental Championship and having these big massive feuds. And Charlotte, like she's in a good program with Alexa Bliss, has been for a while. Bailey has just been kind of like the odd person out, in which she's kind of just been having no direction in quite a while on WWE television, like not having a specific direction, just being used in random feuds to build up individuals. Um, Other than winning the IC belt, she's done everything a fresh coat of paint in AEW could suit her, in my opinion. Exactly. I think Bailey. I don't know whether, because I saw that Bailey as recently appeared on a live event show, which made people think, oh, maybe she's renewed. I don't know. I I personally think if she wants to leave, I think she probably should. Because yeah, like Josh said, a fresh coat of paint in AEW could suit her, even if it's for a couple of years. Like go to AEW, obviously have that program with Mercedes, like have a feud with Mercedes over the AEW Women's Championship, or maybe it doesn't even need the championship. Just have them feud in AEW, have a big feud there, and then you can bring Bailey back to WWE in a few years, where she's more refreshed and can have that impact on TV again. Maybe she comes back to WWE with Mercedes in a few years. In a couple of years or so, who knows? I think a move to AEW wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for Bailey at this moment in time. Um, and what's up, Yusuf? Welcome to the stream.
Yes, sir. Yusuf, my God. Welcome to the stream. I'll say this. I think she definitely needs to leave. Um, I, I just have a really gut feeling like she's literally almost done everything you could imagine. She's stuck in this just vortex of they don't know what to do with her, and it's probably time for her to, I'd say, sign like a 2-year deal with AEW, and then come back and finish your career up where you started, which makes sense. I'll say this about Mercedes. I don't. I could very well see a world where she does not come back to WWE at all.
I could also see that as well because it seems like Mercedes really is enjoying her time outside of WWE, and maybe she just feels like she never wants to come back there. But like the typical saying in wrestling is never say never, right? So I don't think you can truly rule it out if Mercedes ever coming back to WWE because there have been so many people that we thought would never come back in WWE, never step foot in WWE ever again, and then they've gone and done it. So I would say I think Mercedes could do it, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I think it's going to be minimum at least a couple of years, like until we even can even think of seeing Mercedes back in WWE because I think she's just really enjoying her time away from WWE at the moment. She's been on a great run so far in AEW and other companies, winning championships, having good feuds, great matches. So yeah, no, I don't see it happening anytime soon. Hearing hey Bailey at Wembley Stadium one day would be crazy if AEW ever do All In here after this year. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Imagine if they did Bailey and Mercedes at AEW All in Wembley. Like, oh, I would love to see that. I don't know whether this will be mentioned, but big up to the Motor City Machine Guns going to AEW, going to a place that gives a shred of a damn about tag team wrestling. Facts. Facts. I hope Motor City Machine Guns do really damn good over in AEW, and I think they will. Especially seeing as I think Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will follow them to AEW. I think they will also go to AEW and pair up the tag team division there. In which let's talk about their tag team division now, real quick because they're going to have the Young Bucks, FTR, Motor City Machine Guns, um, the potentially the New Day or whatever they may be called it in AEW if they go over. Like their tag team division is stacked. My God.
Yeah,
If we get Motor City Machine Guns versus FTR and All In, oh my word, yeah, oh my, imagine.
yeah. I'll talk about that in my in my rant because my rant isn't just because of one show or segment. It's about a lot of stuff too. So, yeah, I was going to talk about them going to AEW. I'll do that later. I'll just leave it for later and everything. But yes, the tag team division is very much stacked and going to be even more better whenever Kofi and Xavier do go over there. One positive thing I want to say about someone in WWE before we talk about a lot of more negative stuff before the positive or after the positive is Solo Sokoa. I'm glad they're letting him do being not to do a pun solo, be solo, and just let him be him because they've done that recently, and I have enjoyed like this Monday. The show was terrible, and he was like one of the like bright spots with him with his mic work and everything like that. And I really think they got something with him if they allow him to be him. Now, will they do that? That is just that's really just another question. I don't know. Have you seen some of his stuff
I
the last
have, yeah,
week?
yeah, I have, and he's been making me laugh every fucking time he's been on TV and doing a promo, letting him finally speak, like and just exude like his personality on the microphone and just be unintentionally funny is the best thing for Solo. Like his most recent promo, like against Jay and Jimmy, where he was just like, "You're gonna do what? You're gonna give me a warning shot? You're gonna yeet for 30 minutes? You're gonna do the stupid crap that bores everyone to sleep?" It's just like had me crying. It was brilliant. Um, but yeah, no, I think this is fantastic for Solo, and I hope they continue this direction with him because, like, I don't know why, but it gives me early Rock vibes. You know, when he like not exactly to the same quality because obviously Solo's not as good on the microphone as The Rock, but it gives me early Rock vibes of like, say, for example, him in the Nation of Domination, where they just had The Rock just go on the microphone and just be funny and just diss people. Um, Although Solo's not so much like dissing people the way The Rock would, but it's just nice to see him finally express himself as his personality on the microphone and just show what he can actually bring. Gonna be so sad if he turns on Knights and Keys and joins the Bloodline. Oh, I hope that don't happen. Like him going back to the Bloodline would be the worst thing for him. Sort of related. I'm glad they're doing something with Powerhouse Hobbs. What has he done since winning the Andre? Yeah, true, true. Yeah, I'm glad they are doing something now with Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs, whatever. Um, yeah, because they for a while they had him basically doing nothing, even though they had him debut. It's just like, what are you doing with him?
Yeah. Um. One thing I am going to talk about, just quickly, and then I really ain't going to talk about it for real. Um. There was a report a couple of days that it's basically Cody Rhodes' decision to turn heel if he does. Yes. So I'm
Cody
sure.
should do it. Cody should
Yes.
do it. I know that he said I know it's the John Cena thing of like, oh, he sells so many shirts and so many merchandise that he shouldn't turn heel because it will impact the merch sales. I don't care. Don't do the John Cena mistake of never turning. I know John Cena's eventual heel run wasn't as good as it should have been because of creative, but you can't make the mistake of never turning Cody heel because he's going to grow stale. Because unlike John Cena, Cody isn't as amazing on the microphone as John Cena, obviously. So I don't think he's going to be able to keep up a face run for his entire rest of his WWE career without becoming extremely stale. Some would say he's already incredibly stale anyway, and he's losing. He's losing more and more fans. Like you can hear the cheers be less and less each time he comes out and continues to do the same things with his character. He needs a refresh. So he needs to turn heel. He's never turned then. I don't know if you guys spoke about it, but Grayson Waller FC, we are back. Hell yeah. Also, good. Well, good afternoon in my case because I'm in the UK, but good morning to you. Um.
Kind of, it's good afternoon for me too because it's already hit 12, so it's in the
Oh,
afternoon
yeah.
now for me.
Fair.
But
Um.
or good morning.
But, but yeah. Yeah. Cody needs to turn heel. It would be just the best thing for his career because
No one, sir, no one wants to eat anymore. I'm sorry, no eating.
no yeet. No yeet. um, but yeah, like I said, it would be the best thing for his career because then it gives him a refresh. He can experiment with his character, and the crowd is just wanting to see heel Cody, especially if he's going to eventually have a big feud with CM Punk. If he has a big feud with Punk, Cody needs to be the one to turn heel. I don't want to see Punk turning heel. Punk doesn't need to turn heel. We a heel Punk versus a face Cody Rhodes would be boring. Give us a heel Cody versus a baby face CM Punk for the World Championship next SummerSlam. That would be not next WrestleMania. Next WrestleMania. That would be my direction. I don't know if Cody needs a heel run or he just needs better booking. Still feel there's so much meat on the bone of a face run. I think Cody Punk is a one and done in my opinion. Perhaps. I don't know. I feel like there could be more with they could do with Cody and Punk, but beyond one match. Especially if they have Cody turn heel on Punk after their first match, and then they can build it up for next WrestleMania. Where are you from, bro? I'm from. I'm in the UK. I'm from Wales in the UK. Um, to your point, Yusuf, about whether he needs a heel run or just needs better booking. I that's a valid point because maybe him still being a babyface but having better booking would also be good for him because I will say that the booking he's gone through as a babyface with world championship like feuds and stuff has been so goddamn dreadful. Like, apart from his feud with Roman and the whole finishing the story thing and then eventually winning the championship, after that, it's just been downhill with Cody and his feuds and the booking, and it's just been shit after shit after shit after shit. So maybe he does need better booking, but I don't know. I still think his character needs a refresh
Um,
and a change.
yeah, to go back on some things that I didn't talk about. Yeah, Josh, I'm glad they are doing something with Powerhouse Horse Keys. I am glad they're doing that. Um, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Cody is turning, this is the perfect time. You finally got a baby face in Punk. So Grayson Waller, very good. I enjoyed. I watched all of it, all of the promo, very good. Um, but I we with the booking, we can say this about a lot of people. This is how bad the booking has been. Yes, Raquel. Wait, that is one of the bright spots. I know Soruka didn't have the championship for long, and probably wasn't really an impactful run as the women's IC title. But Raquel has legit been doing like her best work in the last like year or so. So you got to reward that eventually. I'm just
I
thinking
I
back to his title defenses against AJ and KO. They were so good. Yeah, that Kevin Owens, honestly, and I know we didn't do our rankings for our top matches last year when we got to do it this year. AJ, Kevin Owens and Cody would have been top three of matches in my opinion.
I'll just put it out there. My number one would have been AJ Styles and John Cena. I'm just putting that out there. But yeah. To be fair, his title defenses against AJ and KO were amazing. Raquel, I do agree. I'm pretty happy with her winning the IC title. I do feel bad for Solruka that she didn't hold the title for the very long. Um, but yeah, I'm not mad at Raquel winning the IC title because, like you said, it's been some of her best work in the last year, and you have to reward that at some point. Because before she was in the Judgment Day and all that, I wasn't that high on Raquel. I wasn't that high on her at all. I didn't have much of a good opinion about it. I thought she was just a generic, big, strong woman powerhouse that didn't have a personality. But they gave her a personality. They gave her a character finally in the Judgment Day, so she's actually enjoyable to watch. I saw a lot of hate on Sol losing the title, but I don't know if she was ready for the belt in the first place. It did feel like it was a bit rushed, like from her obviously debuting on the main roster and then immediately feuding with Becky and then winning the title. It did feel like it was a bit rushed. So I think I do agree with that. She needs a bit more building up before she can have another title reign, like the IC title. So yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. Not Tyler, Yusuf.
Yeah. If I was booking the IC championship, and I Raquel would not have won or probably been in the picture. I hate to say it
Yeah.
because I don't know if Becky just wanted time off or whatnot. And I understand if you're going to have that. I understand that. I would have had Soruka beat Becky at SummerSlam. I would have the match at SummerSlam where she finally wins. Because, I mean, that makes more sense. Now we see the damn championship ain't even on the show. It was on the show on the great go home Raw that we got this Monday and everything. This last Monday. So yes, Kevin Owens is apparently, to a lot of rumors, will be back very soon. That's one
It's so that is huge. That is
as,
huge.
as soon as I sent the invite to you, I popped up my Twitter to tell you, invites hit, literally on my timeline, it said Kevin Owens reportedly supposed to be back. I seen like 2 or 3 tweets from different things. I said, oh yeah, because I think Kevin Owens is greatly missed. Kevin Owens is one of those dudes, face, heel, whatever. He is so enjoyable on television with his segments. However, he does it.
He's one of my favorites in WWE. Kevin Owens has been for years. Like, ev- ever since basically he debuted on the main roster in 2015, and then had a big year in 2016 onwards. Ever since then, I've been a massive fan of Kevin Owens because, like you said, wait, Cody is a hard drive on Kevin Owens the first day he's back. Jesus Christ, you so fuck.
Hey,
Yeah,
he might.
yeah. Maybe no pile drivers for Kevin until we're sure his neck can take it. God no. But yeah, no. Like Kevin has been. Wait, that's huge for the company to have someone like KO coming back. Yeah, because Kevin Owens, he's one of my favorites because, like Tyler said, no matter if he's babyface, he's heel, what sort of feud he's having, or what program he's in, he excels at whatever he's given. Like he's one of those people that could turn chicken shit into chicken salad. That's literally Kevin Owens, and someone like that, this company drastically misses when he's gone. You could feel the impact of Kevin Owens not being there immediately when he had the injury, and then he had to leave because within like a few weeks, you could feel the impact of not having him there, and it was just like we miss Kevin Owens already, and it's been that long that yeah, this product has suffered without him. Very hard to find a non-entertaining KO segment or match. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, having Kevin Owens back would be a massive boost for the product and WWE in general. In my opinion, if he's gonna be back now full time in that, I say put him in a massive program immediately. Whether it be with see, if Sami Zayn was still the world champion, I would say have him go after Sammy. It would just make sense. Come back, pretend to be happy for Sammy that he's won the belt, and then turn on him like he did in NXT.
Who knows?
Um, but either you can still have him feud with Sammy, or you can have him feud with Punk, or you can have him feud with Cody, or I don't know. Just have him feud with a big time babyface, like or if you want to have him return as a babyface, which I think would kind of make sense because everyone's missed him so much. He will be cheered so badly when he's back. I think it might make sense for him to be a babyface originally upon coming back.
Yeah.
So maybe have him feud with a big time heel and then just yeah, see where it goes. Gonna be strange because I feel it'd be very difficult to boo him if he does turn heel. Yeah, that's exactly what I basically just said. Yeah, that he might have to return as a babyface because yeah, he'd be so cheered by everyone. He may have to be a babyface.
Um, One thing I'll say because I didn't really say anything about it. Where is the message? You so said like comparing Soruka to the call up to like Javon, he managed to connect with the crowd a lot more by not having a belt so early. I think that's really true. I don't think everyone should have to earn their way to having a belt. Because if it was up to me, we'd be having Roman and Oba on night 2, and it wouldn't even be a question. And I would belt Oba so quickly in my life. So I think there's exceptions to that, but I think Soul shouldn't have had a title soon. And look at like he's not lying. Like look at Javon. Like Javon is legit connecting with the crowd a lot, and he's 21 years old. Do you know how much longer of a career he's got? He's got at least, barring any big injury, and I hope that doesn't happen for Javon. He's got at least 15 to 20 years left in that career.
I
And
was gonna say yeah, he's got like 20 years, like
yeah.
easily.
Um, I wasn't really watching when Edge formed the Judgment Day, so I don't know how the reaction was for that. Okay, okay, I think I got confused on that. The last rumor I'm going to talk about, and it came up today, of course. Brock Lesnar Is it going to be his retirement, whatnot, or is he going to that? Is he going to get that Saudi money, baby, for WrestleMania, which he probably will? I, in my opinion, SummerSlam should be his last match. Um, I mean, you going against someone that he legit loves to death, and Obafemi. Like, even reports came out that he was working backstage with him in his own locker room with Oba to this. I know I joked around for a good bit, but I was being serious. Like, this man loves Oba, and you can tell. So, according to WrestleVotes, the outcome of the match, people believe that Lesnar will not be done in the ring, which, I mean, he should be, but they pointed out Saudi Arabia, which I just did. So for me, I feel like his last match should be SummerSlam, but I know it won't be. So,
Triple H did. Triple H did an interview and said Brock speaks to Oba for hours because he likes him so much. See, yeah, that basically just confirms it. Yeah, you could tell just from their like interactions on TV and the way Brock has put Oba over in segments and selling for him and stuff. You can really tell he likes him. You could tell it from like certain people that he's worked with in the past, like Drew McIntyre, for example. I could tell he liked Drew back when they had a feud because when I think I remember one segment where Brock had the title, McIntyre claymored him on the stage, and then McIntyre held the title up, and then Brock sort of went like put your foot on me, put your foot on top of the belt, yeah. He screamed out the belt, and then like put your foot on his chest and stuff to like hold it up and stuff. Like you can tell when Brock cares about someone and cares about them getting over, and he will sell and do whatever it takes to get them over. Like I like that about Brock. Is like when he can see talent and when he can see potential in someone, he's willing to help them get over, which I like.
yeah, for sure. The bell. um, there's something that scrolling through TikTok and like listening. I see a lot of wrestling stuff. I see this like my for you page is like very big on varieties. Um, one thing that when we were talking about people on the mic and everything, I want to change something up before we do the negative stuff and then we go into SummerSlam. Um, who would be your top five people on the mic of all time? I just
All time.
I just want to do
Bah.
because we normally don't really do much of that. So I want to do something different. Top five on the mic of all time. You don't have to do
All
it, you don't have to do it in order because I'm not going to do that and I'm not going to make you do that.
Oh, that is so difficult.
Oh my!
Omos, 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 Omos.
Should have knew.
Very funny guy. Very funny guy. Um, does it have to be wrestlers, or can it also include managers, or is it just wrestlers?
Let's just do wrestlers. Um, and and if you want to throw your managers out there, just as just a mention, not honorable mention, because I
Yeah.
know which one you're talking. Probably one or
Yeah, I
two.
was gonna say when I say managers, you know which one I'm referring to.
Yeah,
Um, okay, so
yeah. You can throw out the managers and all that first if you want to, because just to put it out there.
well, I'm only gonna mention one because there's one major mention, and you know it is obviously Paul Heyman. But yeah, in terms of my top five, for me, uh, The Rock has to be in there. The Rock has to be in there. Uh, I say John Cena has to be in there. Uh, I'll go Stone Cold Steve Austin. God, it's tough because there's so many you could mention. Uh,
If you want,
Rick Flair,
ooh,
because
Rick.
some of his promos back in the day were. Oof. Fuck it. I don't know if I might just blanking on other people, but I'm gonna go CM Punk for my fifth and final one.
That's a pretty good top five right there. Pepsi Phil. He met El Torito. Oh, what? No. Okay. Um. hmm. Yeah, for a top five, you have to have The Rock and Stone Cold. I think those two are like a staple, in my opinion, of having to be on it. Punk is on there for me too. That's three. Cena is on that as well. Cena's had so many damn burials, it's not even crazy. So I feel like John has to be up there. What's the fifth one you said? Flair?
Flair.
Oh, I think my fifth one might be different. He is an honorable mention for sure. Flair is really good. Um, I don't know. I gotta think. My fifth one. I got two name. I got Flair and another name. What's another? I'm thinking I might be missing one. Well, I'm gonna go with the other name to have something different. Um, and I think him and Flair are very close in my opinion. But you could definitely debate it. I'm gonna go Jericho as my fifth.
Ooh, I did not expect Jericho, but yeah, fair.
I think Jericho on the mic has been really good throughout all of his career, so I'm gonna do Jericho as one.
A
Roddy,
lot of people put Roddy Piper. Yeah, I did think of Roddy Piper, but the reason why I didn't put him in my top five is literally same as you. I wasn't around to see it at the time. I haven't really seen or listened to much of his promos to know how good he was, but I know he's very highly rated on the mic, and people always put him up there in terms of the best mic skills. So I know he's good, but just purely because it's my top five, and it needs to be people that I've listened to promos wise. Yeah, unfortunately, he misses out. But yeah, see, there's many people you could put as an honorable mention, or someone that could be like, for example, another person that I did think of, but I didn't put him in there again because I haven't seen much or listened to much of his promos, is Macho Man, Randy Savage. Again, another person that I've heard very highly rated among mic skills, but didn't really watch much of his promos or listen to much of his promos.
I would have put Piper as I saw some of his '03 run. Even that was his worst run. He was still good on sticks. Hogan is a runner up for me. Yeah, a lot of people said Hogan was really good too. I just tend not to. The farthest I go back and watching is probably in the '90s. So at first glance, I thought our long-haired friend looked like a painting on the wall. What the hell? Okay, random, very random. Average WWE fan. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I don't think any of us is really average when it comes to that. But whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, it. If I would throw a name out that's currently and everything, just for the fun of it, I think it's really L.A. Knight for me. I like L.A. Knight when it comes to the mic when he does stuff. So
See, if I were to do a top five in the company right now in terms of my skills, I'm not doing it like one to five in terms of like in order, but I would go Obafemi. I think Obafemi is unbelievable on the mic, especially for he's a big man. You don't expect big mans to be that good on the mic or that charismatic, but he kills it every time. Um, I'll go. Actually, I'll go Roman because I think Roman's improved tenfold on the microphone since like becoming the tribal chief. Now that I've like seen some of his promos kill it every time. Um, by the way, I'm not including Punk in this because we included Punk in the old time, so I'm going to exclude Punk from this. But obviously, he would be included in his top five for at the company right now. But yeah, so Oba, Roman. I'll go Seth because again, I see Seth doing many amazing promos in the last few years. I'll go Kevin Owens because he has so many amazing promos as well, and I'll go. I'll probably will go LA Knight as that fifth and final one. I probably go that as my top five. MGF if we're including outside. Oh yeah, if this was outside of WWE, MJF would definitely be in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Josh says I do kind of go back and watch old WWFs. It's better than watching some of the current stuff. Absolutely, especially in the '90s with the Attitude Era, they had a lot of angles that was so much better than what we're getting. Yeah, it's really just creative Yusuf with LA Knight. It's not really his fault that he has to do a promo against the damn Bloodline division for like the last 4 or 5 years. It's not really his fault. So,
mm.
um, if I did a top five with promos currently, I'm going Roman. I'm going LA Knight. I already said that. Well, I said it for a mention, so I did. I said it for a mention for the other one, so I'm not going to use LA Knight in this. So I'll go Roman. I think underrated one when he's by himself is Jacob Fatu. I go Jacob as another one. This is by himself, not currently right now, in this little bloodline bullshit. Um, um,
Cody would be an honorable mention for me, Yusuf. I would say. I don't know. Him and LA Knight are so even for me. Because with LA Knight, sometimes it is a bit of a hit and miss with LA Knight, but sometimes for me it's also a hit and miss with Cody. But when they do hit, both LA Knight and Cody, oh my god, they hit. But when they miss, oh Jesus, they miss. So it's one of them.
yeah. So okay, I damn. So Roman. Who else did I just say? Why am I just losing it here? Oh, Jacob. Roman Jacob. I go. Seth would probably be my number five, and I know that probably is crazy to say, but there's a lot of times that Seth kind of just loses me with these promos. Sometimes. Now,
Mm.
when he's serious and like not this, oh hey brother, and he's serious and doesn't do that stick, he's easily top three in my opinion. So those three. Oba got to be another one. I love Oba when he's on the mic. I think Oba's legit one of the best on the mic. Um, uh, I guess I'll go Cody as a fifth. I'm right with you when it comes to Cody too. He can be hit or miss for me as well. I think he's really good on the mic as a whole, but some of the stuff that storyline or whatever, it's like just doesn't hit with me sometimes. So that would be my five. All right, let's go to the negativity. I've been waiting for this for a while. Um,
I will say it's a bit of a controversy. Drew ain't anywhere near my top five. Oh, that is a controversial take. I love Drew on the mic. Like, sure, some of the material he gets given at times can be a bit, you know. But in terms of his delivery on the microphone and when he actually gets given good material to work with, so, some of his promos are amazing. So I probably do disagree with you a bit there, Yusuf, but I can see where you're coming from. because some of his material it gets given with his promos, it throws him right off. But yeah, for me, he does have very very good mic skills. He just needs good material in order to have his best promos, if that makes sense.
I will say this. I do like Drew's delivery. I think he's a good person on the mic. I do tend to think whenever he does face some people like on the mic, I don't really pick him. I don't think he wins the back and forth on the mic. And I know that storyline driven to a stint, but I do understand where Yusuf's coming from. But I would say he's somewhat near my top five. I don't think I would say he's nowhere near or
Hmm.
anyone near the top five, but I think he's near
Uh,
for me.
what I will say is that heel Drew and babyface Drew, when it comes to mic skills, are two completely different things. Heel
Yeah.
Drew's up here when it comes to mic skills. Babyface Drew is down here. He has to be a heel in order to be great on the microphone. Enjoy your conversation. Sending greetings from Turkey. I was just in Turkey. Funny enough, I was just in Turkey on holiday. A couple of weeks ago, broke my foot there, but yeah, I fractured my foot there, which is quite funny. But yeah, I was in Marmaris in Turkey, so yeah, I had a great time there. Aside from obviously fracturing my foot, but aside from that, great time. First time in Turkey, would happily go again.
Ooh, okay. Um. So there's this show that comes on Netflix live on Mondays. Sometimes I don't know if it's a true wrestling show or whatever it's called, but it's called WWE Raw on Netflix and everything live at the same time. Most of the time, the same time every week. This week was the go home show for the biggest party in the summer, which the biggest party in the summer is in Minnesota. Does that make any sense? No. Um, I think that I think that and the ticket prices just being too high. I think that's like two of the main reasons why this SummerSlam is not selling out. Um, and the third reason, and probably the main, I mean the absolute main reason, these shows fucking suck, dog. Like I'm so glad. Like there's times that I'm off on Friday, like I am today. I don't have to go in and work. I don't find myself thinking, "Oh fuck, I gotta watch SmackDown." Oh no, hell no. I do not watch SmackDown at all. I will not be watching tonight. It ain't going to. I ain't gonna lose sleep over watching SmackDown. I will watch Raw because there's times their matches. I enjoy the matches on Raw. Like when comes to Javon Evans, he faced Rusev. They were pretty. They were it was a decent match. Matches like that are decent on Raw. SmackDown, I'm not gonna find myself doing it. These shows really sucked recently, and I'm gonna just tell you, we had a weigh in for a Hell in a Cell match this Monday. We had a weigh-in. We had the Hell in a Cell be brought down, and I'm gonna just tell you right now. I don't know if they think we're fucking dumb or something, but I do not want to see the fucking Hell in a Cell before the damn match on Saturday or Sunday, whatever. I can't remember which day it is. Saturday. I don't want to see the Hell in a Cell. They have really like Triple H has. If there's one thing, it's getting close to 2019. It's getting very close. It's not there yet, but I'm telling you right now, it's inching very fucking close to it. Triple H, one thing he has done well is not do so many Hell in a Cell matches. Kudos to that. I like that feel. Why am I seeing the Hell in a Cell on a fucking Monday night? Oh my gosh, dog. When I saw it, I said, am I losing my intelligence or am I just getting befumbled? I don't want to see the Hell in a Cell. I want to see it whenever the match is called for, and that would be Saturday. That's the first negative. This show just absolutely sucked, minus the one or two matches that were at least decent, and I'm kudos to them.
The crew probably cried while building the cell.
Yeah.
Agreeing with you. Yeah, I feel bad for the people who had to build that shit just to show it. Like you wasted. God knows how long it took for them to set that up, but however long it took for them to set up that Hello to Cell, they wasted all that time just to bring it down and show it, and that's it. Do nothing with it. It's just like, why? Why? Like, why do you need the Hell in a Cell for a weigh-in? Like, we're not fucking stupid. We know what type of match it is. You don't need to show the cage in order and the Hell in a Cell structure in order to show this is going to be a Hell in a Cell match. We know you said it. We don't need to see it to know what match it is. Leave it until SummerSlam. We're not fucking stupid. We're not thick. God.
And before
They know how to make their audience feel unintelligent. That I will say.
before I get to the worst segment I've seen in a, a very good while, it's the worst thing I've seen this year, and it's not even close. Um, these main event segments are pissing me the fuck off. Why do we have to do main event segments? The main event is supposed to be a fucking match, not a segment. If you do a segment, for the go home show or something like that, okay, cool. But it seems like it's a main event segment almost every week or every show.
Mm,
Like, what are we going to see tonight? Cody and Punk talk one more time face to face?
yeah.
A main event segment needs to
Wait,
go.
what are we talking about? I had to go for a sec. So we were. I was basically just saying that like you don't need the cell to be there in order for us to know what type of fucking match it is. Like insulting our intelligence and stuff like that. And then Tyler went on about the like the segment and how about like there's so many main event segments and that the main event should be a match and not a segment. Um, which I agree with. I occasionally, for me, a main event segment is fine every so often. Like, especially if it's between, a world champion and his challenger, like having a back and forth. That's fine occasionally, but most of the time, the main event should be a match. Like, yeah, a main event segment, especially if it's every fucking week, it gets so old, and it's just like,
Like,
can we just have some wrestling?
do you realize? And I don't, we might have pointed this out during the WrestleMania stuff. Do you realize? I think it was 13 weeks straight. They had a main event segment. 13
Wow.
weeks straight. It might have been longer, but I remember that. It had to have been like at least very long. The main event segment at Saturday, yeah, we're not even talking about that. We'll just leave it like that. That was awful. So these main event segments need to go. I mean, like it's like one every week. It seems like I almost I almost shit my pants when they started the show off with a fucking match. I said, "Holy fuck, we're actually starting off the show with a match." Okay, this might be good. Not this last week, but the week before they started with a match. I said, "Oh my gosh, oh shit, we're cooking here." Not really, but I was like, "Okay, cool, we got a match to start off the show." All right, and let's go to the worst segment I've seen in a while, and definitely the worst this year. Do you realize all these riders they have on their team and everything? Hold on. The problem is when they do matches and main events, you just know there's going to be a 5. I don't care. At least it's a match. Like, I don't want to see a segment every time. I don't care about. I don't want to see a segment every time. Do you realize with this segment that we saw on Monday, there was legit writers in a room all together with Triple H, because the Triple H, right, he checks off these segments. Did he like accidentally not read all of this what they were going to do or whatnot, or they thought, oh, sports entertain, baby, this is going to be a good segment. I don't know what it was, but whoever wrote this segment should not have a fucking job anymore.
Sing it with me. I believe that you are cursed.
Like this segment, and I JD and Saw Monster does a show on Tuesday nights that I always watch. I always watch on demand because I'm at work. Saw Monster is really funny. I love Jason. I love watching his stuff and how he does stuff. He said when it was pitch black and you heard the guitar stream, he thought, "Oh my God, it's Elias coming out." He said no, but it was Joe. And oh, this stuff is now being on ESPN. We not may not be able to call it Summerslam. It should probably be coined Sponsor Slam.
Sponsor slam.
Well, yeah, probably. You're probably right about that, Josh.
Bro, I gently tweeted I thought it was Elias on Monday as well.
That's all I want you to say. I really thought it was Elias come out, and then it was Joe, and I was like, no, I really thought the same thing. Like I'm watching it, and I'm like, that's a fucking Elias. Like, why is Joe taking that? I was like, okay. So I'm thinking when I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, where's Danhausen? And then he's on this. You can tell he's not fucking playing the fucking sound or anything. He's just, I, you have, if you ain't, I skipped the segment. I feel bad for Joe honestly, as being a big fan of his. Hello, I am Joe Hendry. Don't hit quite the same. Okay. Oh God.
Who wants to walk with Joe Hendry?
Shut the. Oh my God. Okay. So they start off doing this singing thing, and Danhausen says his first line, and I'm not going to repeat any of this. I'm not going to look it up. I don't. I, Watching it one time is bad enough. I saw it on my fucking timeline yesterday. WWE stands for a walk with Joe with capital E. Okay, and like this shit was so bad, man. I don't understand. Ha- like how do writers just I
you
know
know, it,
writing I know writing some of these shows might not be easy with some stuff, but who the hell wrote this and said, "Holy shit, this is some great television." Like we had Joe Hendry, then they do a fucking dance. They're over here like they move their hands down. I was like, "Oh, are we going to play the too cool music and start dancing or something?" I thought that's what was going to happen when they both did this and like was staying still. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. I don't, but and he's apparently got an album out with WWE music coming out. What a way to sell that soon with a stinker like that. So so they do this and then they do this you are cursed whatever and everything, and WWE doubled down on their social media and has posted this shit about 2 or 3 times, thinking, "Oh yeah, we got the views up, baby." I guarantee you this: this is the worst. This is probably one of the worst fucking segments I've seen in the last 15 years of watching wrestling. This is fucking terrible. The writers should be ashamed. Honestly, the writers, whoever wrote this, shouldn't have a fucking job. Triple H, I'm telling you right now, it had to be approved by Triple H. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if this man doesn't start turning the book on some of this fucking creative, his ass should be gone by Saudi WrestleMania if it doesn't turn around. I don't care. Like, where is this Triple H that we got from close to 2023 up or 2022, late 2022, that was all right, to about sometime early 2024, maybe? Where is that Triple H at? He hasn't appeared in about 2 years of good booking. This is terrible, and I'm just going to tell you right now. After I saw this segment, I thought, and I know a lot of people probably thought this when seeing the segment. Is Vince McMahon back doing creative? Because
It does feel like that, doesn't it? It
if
does
this
feel like that, doesn't it?
if this is not Vincent Kennedy McMahon booking and segment wise, this is not. And look, I'll say this Vince McMahon stuff has already went through under the table, and they did this settlement and all this stuff, so it's not going to the public courts and everything. I'm telling you right now, we're going to hear there's no chance in hell eventually in the future. I already know it's happening. I already know it's happening. I hope it doesn't happen. And TKO as a brand would be absolutely fucking stupid to do it and to have him back. But I'm just going to tell you right now, the way that this booking has been and these shows have been recently, this just reeks Vince McMahon, man. And and Triple H is going to be blamed for it. And I'm just going to say this: I would not be surprised if it comes out and says Vince McMahon has been helping with creative in the near future or something like that, and he's back. Because I'm telling you right now, there is no way this is all Triple H. I mean, unless he's just turned into Vince 2.0, which I know he's the son-in-law and father-in-law, whatever combined. I just don't think Triple H is this bad. So I really think Vince is somehow back in the the rim somehow or something. But
See, I don't think Vince is back, but I do think there's something going on there. Like I don't think it's just Triple H. I'm not gonna not to get me wrong. I'm not absolving Triple H of any responsibility. It is he definitely has some fucking blame in this and the creative being this bad over the last 2 years. But I have noticed the first 2 years of Triple H as head of creative, it was like NXT Black and Gold. It was amazing. Like, but after the last 2 years, it's gone downhill and it's got worse progressively year on year. And I've noticed it's ever since TKO has gone involved in WWE. Ever since TKO. And I
yes,
think TKO has something to do with it. I think TKO tells Triple H that he has to do certain things. He has to do certain things. He has to produce certain segments and all that. He basically is booking with one hand tied behind his back, sort of. But I still think he still approves certain segments that are bad. He still has Bruce there, an old Vince yes man. True. They do still have people there that used to be there when Vince was there, like Bruce Pritchard and that. So I think that also plays a role, but I think TKO plays a major factor because end of the day, Triple H does have to answer to them because they own WWE. So yeah, I because it's no coincidence to me that the first 2 years of Triple H booking, when it was just him, no one was like above him. It was just him and no one else. The product was amazing, incredible, like how it was back in NXT when he was head of creative in NXT. And now with TKO involved, it's been progressively worse and worse and worse and worse. And now it's getting to the point where it's like Vince McMahon's back in charge. So yeah, I think that is the main reason why the product is this bad is because of TKO. I again not absolving Triple H of any responsibility because I do think he has to take some responsibility as well. But I think on the whole, TKO is the major factor. I feel very bad for Joe Hendry with this particular segment. Especially seeing as like Joe Hendry, they tried so badly to get Joe Hendry in as early as possible, even getting him in NXT when he was still under contract with TNA. Like they got him in so badly, and they wanted him so badly. They got him in so early in NXT, won the NXT Championship, got him up on the main roster. To do what with him? To do what with him? I'm not expecting him to, win the world championship or anything. But is this seriously the best you've got for Joe Hendry? To be a comedy shtick along with along with Danhausen to do concerts with Danhausen with midgets. Like, is this seriously the best you got for him? I know Joe Hendry is a bit of a comedy character anyway, like he was in NXT with appearing in random places and appearing whenever his name is mentioned. Like he always has some element of comedy with his character, but this is taking the piss. That like this is taking his character and pissing all over it. Joe Hendry deserves so much better than what he's been given here. And quite frankly, so does Danhausen. Because Danhausen, if he was used in the right way, comedy wise, he would be great. But he's so overexposed. He's on television so damn much, and it's getting everyone sick and tired of seeing him. I get he sells stuff. He's very popular among kids and all that sort of stuff, and he makes the company a lot of money. I understand that. And that's probably why they need Danhausen to be on TV a lot. But it's just too much. You don't need 3, 4, 5, 6 segments of Danhausen on shows. You don't. Just give us one segment a week with Danhausen. I've seen people say he's overexposed, but I think the segment was his only miss since his debut. Fair, but I still do think he's been overexposed, and I think he's been shown too much on television, and it's going to get to a point where literally anything he does is going to get shit on,
Well,
and this is the start of it.
I want you to realize this. I think it was a week or two back. Danhausen and the Judgment Day was in like five, I think 6 to 8 segments on that entire show, like a couple weeks back. Like I like Danhausen, and this is not really his fault. It's just creators saying we have a good idea. You and Joe go and do a concert and everything, and that's not Danhausen. That's not Danhausen at all. That's more just Joe's lane and everything. So I don't know.
I
It's
think
bad.
that was because it was in Detroit. I thought the most recent Monday Night Raw was in Los Angeles, wasn't it?
He's talking about the show I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I think it was in Detroit. But yeah, I'm just going to tell you, these shows fucking suck, and I hope something changes or something. But
Mm.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
like I said, I miss Triple H when he was like back in NXT Black and Gold. Triple H back in NXT would never have allowed this shit. Never. He would have rather have burned the company to the ground rather than put out something like this. NXT is where it's at these days. Yeah, NXT even now under Shawn Michaels. Like they're producing the best product in the company. So some things never change. NXT over the main roster. Some things never change. Um, But yeah, it's a shame. Like, I really hope it is a case of TKO is just handcuffing Triple H to having to do certain things that he doesn't want to do, and it's not just a case of Triple H has basically just thrown in the towel and he just doesn't care anymore. Like he's gone from really caring about the product and creative decisions back in NXT, and his first couple of years in on the main roster in head of creative, and now the last 2 years, he's like he doesn't care anymore. He's just like I don't really care. Just, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. That doesn't look very good, but we'll do it anyway. Fuck it. Yeah, I hope it's not that, and I hope it's a case of TKO is just basically going to him is basically like you have to do this. You have to get Danhausen on TV and in this sort of way, and all those sort of things. I hope it is TKO getting involved and handcuffing him. But if that's the case, then TKO needs to fucking go. Whoever is actually approving these decisions and is the reason why these segments are happening, the creative is bad, product is as bad as it now. They need to go. Whether it's TKO or Triple H, they need to go because the product is genuinely getting to the point now where it's as bad as the Vince McMahon era. It's getting near to the point where it was the worst at its point in the Vince McMahon era in 2019. It's getting close to that point. And I
Yeah.
thought we would genuinely never see a year as bad as 2019 because 2019 was god awful. And from 2017 to 2019, it got progressively worse. 2017 was really bad. 2018 was even worse, and then 2019 was unbelievably bad. Um, and it's kind of been like that here now. 2024 was mixed. 2025 was bad. 2026 is even fucking worse. It's getting worse year on year.
Yeah, it is. But enough of that. We're gonna get into SummerSlam here. Um,
Another thing, where the blinding feck is this John Cena Classic. True. Like I saw this whole John Cena Classic thing, but yeah, nothing's been mentioned of it since. I don't know if they just abolished it and was just like, let's just forget we ever brought that up.
well,
I have been
I,
instructed by TKO to say, what is a John Cena Classic? We've never heard of a John Cena Classic.
um, honestly, I'm not even mad if they don't even do it.
Yeah, it was
Because
a stupid idea anyway.
the,
Like,
the
oh,
concept
the
of the
person who wins
idea,
the matches doesn't even need to win the title. It's just like, what? You don't even have to win the matches to win the belt, huh? That makes no sense.
it doesn't. But all right, let's go to SummerSlam. Night one and night. There's two nights. Probably shouldn't be, but here we are. Night one. Each of them have six matches, even matches. I want to point out something. Have you seen that they have sold more tickets for night one than night two?
I haven't.
They have sold like a couple thousand more than night two. Like that's the pace they're at. And it's ironic.
Interesting.
It's ironic to me that we have what probably should be the true main event of night two, Punk and Cody, be on night two instead of night one. But they're outselling Roman and Seth.
Hmm.
So, but night one, we can just talk about this match real quick because I really do not give a fuck about this match that much, and I hate to say it. The Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Predictions.
Brock over Punk and Cody on the same night. One, it's understandable that's getting more sales. To be fair, yeah,
Yeah,
like when
but
you got Brock and Over and Punk and Cody on the same card, yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
understandable.
I mean that's understandable. But if you look at night two, you have a number one contenders match with Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. That's going to be a good one. You have a five-way women's match, ladder match for the interim. We'll talk about that later. Interim championship. Then you have Roman and Seth. So, and then you have Penta and Gable as well. So it's like selling wise, I know night one has more names, but night two overall, if you just look at some of these matches, I mean, they're not going to be bad. So, Um,
When it comes to the prediction of Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence, clearly Bella Twins and Paige are gonna win because they're not gonna have Nikki Bella lose her return match. They're just not. And personally, I would give it to Fatal Influence because they're an actual group. They need the win to look strong as a group. But I think they're gonna go the babyface route. And yeah, they're probably gonna have Nikki Bella get the pin on JC Jane or someone in Fatal Influence. I can see the Bellas turning on Paige and Fatal Influence winning because of it. Yeah, you know what? That is a shout. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's made me think about it a little bit. Ooh, no, I still think they'll go the babyface route. I think they'll go the babyface. I could see it actually where they win and then they turn on Paige after the match anyway. I genuinely could see that where they win the match, they celebrate with Paige, and then they turn on Paige and basically be like, "Well, fuck you! You replaced me at WrestleMania. We don't need you. Like we're back as the Bella Twins. We don't need you anymore. You know, get out of here." So, like some miscommunication when Brie has to choose between Tiger and Nikki or Paige. Potentially, I still think they'll probably win, and then they'll turn on Paige after the match. I think that's the way I think they'll go. So yeah, I'll go Bella Twins and Paige to win.
yeah, I'm going to be different in this. I'm going to go with Federal Influence to win. Um, because I do think Triple H is big on this group, and to a degree at least. Um, so yeah, I go with Fair Influence, so it gives more attention to the Bellas and Paige. It's not going to ruin my mood all the way like it will with Yusuf if Fair Influence loses, because this is Triple H we're talking about. We're not talking about 2022 to 2024, early 24 Triple H. We're talking about 25 and 26 Triple H, where the booking makes the booking is just all over the place. But I'll go with Fatal Influence and pray and hope he does the right thing. Um, a match that I'm very looking forward to, and that is Gunther versus Nick Aldis. I do want to say one thing about Gunther. The booking that he has had in the last 6 to 9 months, at least, has been not very good and everything. And I know a lot of people think this is going to be a step back for Gunther, which it is. Um, but I do, and I think I've really enjoyed their back and forth, and that's why I'm very excited to see how this plays out. I think this plays out as only one way, and that's Gunther winning. But I am excited to see Nick get his chance in a WWE ring. Don't know if this is going to be a one-off or whatnot, but I have not watched the interview with Chris Van Vliet, but I saw the clip of him crying, saying, "This is my one chance." And I love when there's passion with it, like something like that. So I love that, like he's showing that emotion, like just in an interview. Just imagine like doing this stuff like before the match. Like I I I really hope this goes well for Nick. I really do. But it's only going to be one way, and this got to be a Gunther win, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's only going to end one way, and it's Gunter winning. No way is Nick Aldis going to win this match, and neither should he. To be fair, like especially if it's just a one-off, he doesn't need to win this match. He like if it's just a case of it's just a one-off, and he's just going to have just so he can say he had a match in WWE and a match against Gunter, no less. Fair enough. I hope this won't be just a one-off for him, and I hope like this match against Gunter, especially if it goes well and ends up being a really damn good match, which I expect it to be because it's against Gunter, for God's sake. I mean, Gunter could have a great match with a broomstick. So yeah, so I expect this to be a great match, and I hope this will be a thing that propels Nick Aldis to have the occasional match. Like as long as he's going to be the authority figure on SmackDown, he's not going to have regular matches or anything. Um, but if he has the occasional match, I'm more than happy with that, especially if it does end up being a really good match. So yeah, I hope it really goes well for him because I seen clips of the interview he had with Chris Van Vliet, and you could really tell just how much this match means to him, and how much he's really wanting it to go well for himself. They made an interesting point on Chris Van Vliet that Nick Aldis was AJ's last match in TNA, and Gunter was AJ's last match in WWE. I didn't see that as well. Yeah, so yeah, it's ironic, isn't it? It's just like yeah, I retired AJ Styles in one company. You retired AJ Styles in another company. Well, uh, Nick Aldis retired AJ Styles in one company. Gunter retired AJ Styles from wrestling in general. Um, but yeah, I only see one way Gunter winning. And I hope this also does better for Gunter going forward, creative wise, because yeah, ever since he retired AJ Styles, the creative that Gunter's gone through has been really bad at times. Like it's gone downhill with Gunter after retiring Styles. And I hope they go further with Gunter rather than just being the career killer. Just do something more than just retiring people because like it was fun for the first couple times, like retiring Cena, retiring Styles. Fair enough, but you got to do more with him than that. Nick the career killer, all this, yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this match, and I really hope they both kill it. But yeah, it's Gunter's gonna win, obviously.
Yes. And I also hope this ain't a one off as well. I want to say that, but I mean, if Nick just wants a one off, I mean, it depends. It depends. I do think this. I don't think it needs to be a one off, but I do think this. With the back and forth that they've had all these years, what the fuck? Please do not put that in existence. You need to just delete that message. Oh my gosh. No, I wish I didn't just see that. Oh my goodness. No.
Triple H will have heard that in his fucking the third eye or the third ear, whatever. Like he will have heard that just whisper in the fucking distance, and he's just like, "I know what to do." WrestleMania next year, Gunter and Michael Cole. It's just like, no, 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 Hunter, no, don't even write that down on the board. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So holy shit, we're getting a women's world championship match. Liv Morgan finally defends her championship after 100 and whatever days against Io Sky. Boy, when we look back at like title reigns, this is like going to be one of the worst, and I mean worst reigns ever because she ain't even going to defend. She ain't even going to successfully defend this once. Because I think Triple H. There's a reason why they're doing the interim championship on the other side. I think they are going to want to do at one of the Saudi shows where the champions face each other. They're going to want to do a Io and Rhea match again. So I think that's what it's leading towards. So I got Io beating Liv Morgan, the greatest women's champion of all time. If I have to hear that saying anymore when she has not defended this shit once, I'm gonna lose it. Like, and I could see a world where maybe Stephanie comes back in this match and helps Io win because she has that story of Liv. So I could see a world where it's like that potentially, and maybe the next show, which is like WrestlePalooza, if they're doing it. I don't know if they're even doing it this year or not. Either that or maybe they do it at Money in the Bank and do it. They might do a triple threat there of Io, Liv, and Stephanie. Never know. I don't know how they're going to play it out. You also got a Saturday night's main event on Sunday. Why they couldn't call it Sunday Night Heat in Atlanta instead of Saturday night's main event is ridiculously stupid to me. They could do a match there as well because I think that is in September as well.
Yeah.
Um, I will not be going to it. Nah, I'm not. They're not going to get my money's worth on that show. That show is not going to be good. I know that. Need Naomi back as soon as physically possible. I think that'll be the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I think she's going to take time with her kid and her baby and everything, and then come back at the Royal Rumble. I think that's where she needs to come back. Um, I I think everyone loved the heel Naomi and everything. I don't know how you play that back when she returns because everyone's going to want to cheer for her. But I think she has to be heel when she comes back. It was so that heel is that heel run was so damn good, even though it wasn't long because of obviously
Mm.
being pregnant and everything. Um, what do you think about this match? I think it's going to be a good match if they give them the time. Like we have 6 matches. All these matches should be at least 12 minutes long. Well, minus the first match. I could care less how long that match lasts. Sorry for the
Yeah.
women in it.
Yeah,
But
first match, yeah, the 6 woman match, yeah, that could be like 5 minutes. Who cares? But the rest, yeah, they should be 12 to 15 minutes minimum. Um, but yeah, I also think Io Sky's gonna win. I think she has to win because I don't want to see Liv Morgan as champion again for the foreseeable future. Just and not defend. I know it's not her fault because like the creatively not having to defend the title and stuff. And they're doing that with a lot of champions lately. I've realized, like they put the title on the champion, and then they don't have them defend it for like weeks and months on end. It's just like, in my opinion, the way I would book wrestling is that if they don't defend the title at least once every like month, they have to relinquish the title.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's genuinely how I would work it. If they don't defend at least once a month, relinquish because
that that's how it
you
used to be. They used yeah. That's what I was about to say. You used to took it out the 30-day
yeah,
rule.
yeah. Like don't defend the title in 30 days. Well, yep, title's gone then. Say goodbye to it because you're not doing your job as a champion. Um, yeah, so yeah, I gone are the days with that, man. But yeah, that's why EO needs to win. And plus, I really like EO anyway. EO's one of my favorites. I want to see her back as champion. And yeah, it's clear they're going to eventually do EO and Rhea like face off against each other as both the champions and that because yeah, there's a reason why they're only doing an interim champion with the other one. Um, just to wait for Rhea to come back from injury, and then yeah, her be the champion again.
Yeah.
So yeah, Io Sky wins the belt for me.
Okay. Yep. The Bloodline, the Usos, and Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wars Keys and Mr. Solo Dolo Sokoa, as he called himself on Monday. Dolo. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but hey, it rhymed, so I said, okay, cool, okay, Solo. Um, I would want Solo, LA Knight, and Wars Keys to get some momentum and win here. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Bloodline's just going to win here. Because the Bloodline rules, baby, they got to win, and they got to win all these times for them to eventually lose in the end. That's the only way the Bloodline can
That that's another thing I'm getting frankly sick and tired of is all these bloodline rules matches. Like it's happening so bloody often now. It's just like, what is the fucking point of bloodline rule matches? It is essentially just a no disqualification match, just with a shit ton of run-ins. That's it. Just it's essentially a normal extreme rules match or a no disqualification match or whatever with the bloodline getting involved every five bloody seconds. That is literally the only difference. And I'm sick and tired of these bloodline rules, man. It's fine when it's every so often, like once or twice every couple of years, but it's happening like 3-4 times a year. And it's just like, I'm so sick and tired of this. Why does every big match of the big match that the bloodline is in has to be bloodline's rules?
well,
I, I,
you, You know what? I'm going to do something I normally don't do.
What?
I'm going to change my prediction.
Oh,
And you know why I'm going to? Oh, gosh.
why?
Lord, forgive me when I say this. Oh, well, I'm gonna say it later on, but I'll say it later on. It requires something later on.
Okay,
So
interesting.
I'll go with LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa to actually win here. And
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the bloodline because I just think that's the route they're gonna go down. I would love Solo and Royce Keys and LA Knight to win because I've enjoyed Solo so much as a character recently that I just wanted to get the momentum. But unfortunately, I just don't see them like having the bloodline lose. So yeah, I'm gonna go bloodline to win.
okay. To me, this is like one of the easiest matches to predict.
Triple
Obafemi,
H somewhere saying Jay Uso pinning LA Knight with everybody saying four letters yeet. Oh God's sake.
Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. I think
Yeah, this is the easiest one.
this is very easy to predict. So we're not even going to predict it. We have the same prediction. We don't even have to say it.
Yeah,
Um,
the Obafemi winning, obviously.
um, the last Hell in a Cell match I got to see live was Punk and Drew McIntyre at Bad Blood. Now, Bad Blood as a whole was not really good at all, but that match was one of the best matches of that year. Was my favorite. Well, it was actually my number two match, which is crazy because I did see it live. But do we think they leave the cell? I'm just telling you right now.
I think they
What,
could.
whatever you have to pay the man Brock Lesnar to work his ass off even more, pay it to him this night.
Hmm.
Hell in a Cell. I want these guys, and I know it's not going to go this long. I don't think. I want these guys to be in Hell in a Cell battling for 15 fucking minutes at least.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes, I think this match
Well,
needs.
hold on. 20 minutes is saying too much for Brock Lesnar. You know how I am about Brock. 20 minutes is saying too long. Pay him whatever to get close to the 15-minute mark. Doesn't have to be right at 15 minutes. Could be a little shorter. But I need these guys to work, and beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah. Do 15 minutes, but have it like just be fucking non-stop. Like there's no breaks, no fucking slow down shit. No like, oh, let's lay on the floor for like a minute and a half, like just selling. Nah. Just go full speed with it. 20
It's
minutes
just
will give you two. Take it or leave it. But yeah, just have it be just non-stop, just fucking go from start to finish. Like weapons everywhere. And then hopefully they'll leave the cell. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I'm sorry, if there's two people that can leave the cell and have it be amazing, it is Brock and Oba. Like I don't know if Brock would willingly take this bump from anyone, but can you imagine a fall from grace from the top of the cell into the announce tables below, or fall from grace through the roof of the cell? Like, can you imagine?
like I feel like we need to have a big ass bump in this Hell in a Cell. Or
Mm.
something, just something that's like holy shit top moment.
Oh yeah.
And it, but I will say this: I do not think they are going to outdo Punk and Drew. I don't think so. I don't like
Mm.
comparing matches like that. I do not think that they're going to outdo Drew and Punk. Drew and Punk absolutely used the Hell in a Cell to a very great degree with doing everything except climbing on it. They used it like it should have been. Brock Lesnar's going to lock Obafemi out into the cell and eat the key again. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Hell in a Cell has always been my favorite stipulation. Mine too. Like just when it's done right, it's the best stipulation. Like it just is. Like when it's done right in the right feuds, and they actually use the sell in the right way, it can elevate matches tenfold. So, like some of my favorite matches are Hell in a Cell matches. So yeah,
Absolutely.
like yeah, but when it's done bad, it's done really fucking bad. It's one of those matches where you have to get it perfect in order for it to really excel. But if you don't, then it gets lower. But I think they'll kill it. I really do. Damn, Human Money's on a pole might overtake as my favorite. Really, oh, don't get me started on that. Fuck it, don't get me started. But yeah, I'm hoping there's gonna be a big spot that will really like make us go, holy shit! Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a fall from grace through the top of the cell or off the top of the cell, but just give us something that will make us go, holy, like give us that sort of massive spot. And
Yes.
along with a lot of chaos, a lot of weapons, a lot of just pummeling each other, beating the shit out of each other for 15 minutes, and I think this will be the match of the night, potentially match of the weekend, potentially. It definitely does have the potential to be.
Yeah,
But
we will
yeah,
see.
at the end,
It really depends how they work and if because I mean Brock loves Oba, so I think that he would want to work, but it's
yeah,
like, is he going to work for that as long as what they need him to for this to
yeah,
really hit? I don't know.
but at the end of the day, Oba should win because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
I I think there's no debate about that one because like they had Oba lose to Brock to make it 1-1. Fair enough. Like it took 7 F5s to put him down, but this is the match you need to have him go over. And just yeah, from then on, push him to the moon, strap the rocket onto him, and don't let up. Just keep going with him. Before we move on to the next match, I actually really need the toilet, so I'll be back in like
Go
2-3 minutes.
go ahead. Okay, solo for a couple minutes here. Um, so the next match we're going to talk about is the main event of night one. WWE Championship match. CM Punk defends against Cody Rhodes. Um, so this should be a really good match and everything, and I can't wait to tell you what I think might happen, might not happen. Who knows? We'll see. So we're just going to wait on Mr. Felix to come back. Hope everyone is doing good on this Friday evening, baby. I got to play a college football dynasty game after this and then go eat with family. So, yeah, the People's Night 2 main event. And should be. Because, yes, you look at the other matches, but you look at the main event, and that's where they're going to look at, oh my God, they've sold more tickets for night one than night two. That they're going to look at the main event. That's what the company is going to do. And TKO as a brand wanted Roman Reigns to be champion. Guess what? They're not selling much for night two compared to night one. Normally it's about the same or more on night two, and it's not. That's wild to me. I mean, not wild to me, but I think it speaks a lot. Think it speaks a lot.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
back.
All right. WWE Championship match, night one main event, but as me and Yusuf said, it's the People's Night two main event. Basically, should be. CM Punk defends the WWE Championship against one Cody Rhodes. I'll let you go ahead and start this off of talking about this match.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really excited for this match. Obviously, this is a match they've been building for however long. Um, I really hope that something significant happens here. Like, it's not just a case of CM Punk retains or Cody wins the title and they shake hands and hug and then move on. I hope something significant happens here, like a heel turn. Whether it's Punk or whether it's Cody, I would prefer it to be Cody. But they're both babyface in a main event. One of them kind of has to turn heel at some point. So for me, I think Punk retains and Cody turns heel. That's the way I would go about it. I think yeah, CM Punk should retain against Cody Rhodes, and then Cody Rhodes loses his shit after the match and just turns heel. That's the way I would go about it.
I would take it a step further, and I know this ain't going to happen. After the match, I would have Punk retain. Honestly, I think it's very common to know that Punk's going to retain here. Cody is not going to win. I think the biggest question is Cody going to turn officially? That's the big
Yeah.
question. I don't know if we're going to get the full heel turn all the way. I don't know that part. I think we should, but I don't know if we will. This is what I would do. And they should have built this up. If they're going to turn him, they should have built this up in some type of way where Cody's on the phone with someone. And I know
Mm.
this, they've done this angle plenty of times of phone calls and stuff like that.
It's Pat McAfee again.
Now, whatever you got to dish out, you got to get Dwayne back on television a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was about to say, if you are gonna have Cody turn heel, it would make sense for The Rock to be involved because of the history they have. And yeah, Pat McAfee's back and literally just made that joke. But yeah, the Rock needs to be involved, I think. Like it doesn't have to be, but if you want to make Cody's heel turn as impactful as possible, you need The Rock being involved would just make it so much more impactful because of the previous history, and it gives Cody a reason to turn heel because of the whole like, "I want your soul." It goes back to that. They didn't expand on that beyond obviously Cody saying "Go fuck yourself" and then Cena turning heel, and then we never saw The Rock again. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So
it would just go.
This is what I would picture to do. This is what I would do. I'd have them Punk wins. They both get up because if you've noticed on night one of SummerSlam last year, wait a minute, did they have they had two nights of SummerSlam last year, didn't they?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
yes, they did because you had Seth cash in, and then you had Cody and Cena for night two.
Yes, 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 yes. That is correct. Yes.
Night one night one last year had something big, you know, boost start what night two might end up being, or something like that. Like, just have more, something happen on night one. I feel like the big thing that's got to happen is Cody Rhodes turning heel. And that's the only thing I really see, especially with this being the main event of night one. Um, I would legit picture Punk not turning around. You have a shot where it's Punk and Cody going to shake hands, and who pops up on the big ass screen that Punk can't see?
The
Oh,
Rock.
Dwayne. And Dwayne just does. He doesn't even have to be at the fucking show. Just
No.
record this. Just record this. He just does this. That's all he has to do. Just do that, and then we can boost start something with that. And then I'll talk about this later actually. And then we can boost start something else with The Rock and someone else. So that's all I'm gonna say. Um, so yes, I have Punk. That's what I would do. I think it'd be clever because one, Punk wouldn't be able to see him on the screen, and
No.
Cody's the only one, minus the fans, that can see it. So
Yeah.
that's what I would
I
do.
I think that'd be very smart. That's probably how I would do it as well. Just
I
yeah.
don't think that's going to happen though.
No, I wouldn't expect it. because I just don't think they're gonna have The Rock return in any way, shape, or form in WWE TV until they maybe do Rock and Roman in the future. Aside from that, I just don't see him showing up again. But if they really want to make Cody's heel turn make sense and be as impactful as possible, they should have Dwayne be involved because of their previous history with the whole "I want your soul," I want you to be my champion, my this, my that, whatever. Yeah, it would just make the most sense. And with Punk and Rock having history as well, because obviously Rock ended Punk's previous title reign back before they did Rock and Cena 2 at 29. So they have a bit of history as well. And Punk turned heel on Rock in the 20-year anniversary, was it? I think it was the 20-year anniversary that they
Was
had Punk turn heel on Rock,
their 25th?
or 25th year anniversary. It was something
Uh,
like that. It was a
yeah.
big anniversary show. It was a big anniversary show. So yeah, they have a lot of history as well. So I think it makes the most sense for Cody to turn heel on Punk with The Rock being involved. It just makes sense in any way, shape, or form. I think even if Rock's not there and Cody turns heel, it's still impactful. It would still be like a holy shit, like let's go, like moment. But if they want to make a viral moment, Rock being there, just yeah, Raw 1000. That's what it was. Yeah,
You
that's what it was.
probably
Uh,
show up on the screen brought to you by the Odyssey and see.
no Travis Scott, for the love of God. The Rock being there, fair. Like
The-
on the screen or there physically, fine. But no Travis Scott. We don't want to see
well,
that.
well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say Cody Rhodes' heel turn, if it happens, wouldn't be impactful without him or not. And I think he would be justified anyways, even if The Rock didn't show up,
Mm.
because I mean, look at how many people have turned their backs on him in the past. Dude, he's got the fucking ammo to turn heel. He got the most reasoning out everybody to turn heel. So that's why I say he doesn't have to be on it. So, but I think we're all semi hoping he does turn heel, but
Mm.
we don't know if it's going to happen. So, um, night
If
two,
he does turn heel, is he going to do the thing where he dyes his hair black?
I think he should.
Because I know he did that before, where it was like he turned heel and then he dyed his hair black. So I, yeah, yeah, that would be cool to see black-haired Cody back.
Yeah. Where do you go? Oh my goodness.
Oh shit!
Are you good?
Oh, now you're extremely quiet on my end.
Leave and come back. Leave and come back. What the hell? Did we just have the group of the White Six from the indie scene like just mess up the stream? Because it did like a little flicker on my screen. That's wild.
There we go.
Okay, do I sound any better?
Yeah, you sound a lot better now.
Okay. It flickered on my screen and like it showed that you left and then came right back. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, for me, it stopped and then it did like a buffering like circle screen for a little bit and then came back and then yeah, you were just extremely quiet. So I was like, oh, what the fuck? Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, you weren't here, but when when I told you to come back, I said I guess the White Six must have got us from the indie scene or something.
We're here.
Got QR.
Totally got a QR code on his screen.
Funny. Um. Okay. Night two. The match we're all looking forward to. Human Money's on a pole match. Danhausen versus Dirty Dom. Okay. If this does not scream a Vince McMahon idea with human fucking monies on a pole match, I do not know what.
It's the fact that it's not even just a money on a pole match; it's human monies on a pole match. It's just like, what other money could it fucking be? It's like, it's Danhausen for you. But let's just talk about Dom. Like, let's talk about Dom and his downfall for like the last year, real quick. Because last year he had the most heat in the company, arguably the most heat out of any heel in wrestling, probably bar MJF. He was up there with MJF in terms of heel heat. He was feuding with John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. And now look where he is now. Sure, he's the main guy in the Mexican company. I forgot the name of it.
Triple A.
Triple A. That's it. Yeah. He's the main guy in Triple A. Fair enough. He's killing it over there. But the booking he's going through in WWE at the minute is nothing short of a travesty. So I feel really bad for Dom because he should be one of the top heels in the company in WWE, feuding with like really top baby faces, not messing around with the likes of Danhausen for a SummerSlam match, for God's sake. So yeah, I feel really bad for Dom in particular. And I really hope they have Dom win, but I don't think they will. I because isn't Danhausen also undefeated, right? I'm pretty sure he is technically undefeated. So yeah, they're not gonna have Danhausen lose. I don't even know when the last on a pole match was. Might have been Cena vs Ambrose. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. It's not a match they do very often, and I wonder why. Shit. Um. So yeah, I think they'll have Danhausen unfortunately win, which I feel really bad for Dom for that he's the main guy in AAA, and they're gonna have the main champion in AAA lose to Danhausen. I don't know. But yeah, I think they'll let Danhausen win.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think Dom wins this match. I think Dom wins, and I'm praying and hoping that's like the end of this feud or whatever we're watching with these segments. Hope that's done. So I'll just go with that. Um, I'll go with Dom to win. And you spoke on Dom more than anything, and I don't really have much more to add with that. I mean, they've really cooled him down, and I think I want to feel like it's almost on purpose too, because they saw him getting some babyface reactions like, "Oh no, we can't do that." I'm like, whatever, whatever. Um, mm, United States Championship match. We got Trick Williams defending against a returning just returned a few weeks ago, Baron Corbin. Um, I've always enjoyed Baron Corbin. Especially by himself and everything and all that. Yusuf, you did too much. You didn't even have to search that up.
I
I'm
was
a
gonna say you did too much research on this particular topic.
no one cares about these poles or kendo sticks, guitars on a pole, human monies. No one cares about it. Not that much. Boy, you did too much. You did too much on that one, big dog. Um, Trick Williams and Baron. Like I said, yeah, Baron Corbin. I've always enjoyed everything with Baron Corbin. Um, I think we're at the point where I'm ready to see a title change, and I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it to a returning Baron Corbin, and I think that's going to allow Trick Williams to chase once again in the future, or maybe right away. I don't know. Anything to get rid of the furry fucking championship is all I ask. Have you seen this damn thing?
No.
Don't even look at it. I'm going with Baron Corbin to become new United States champion, though.
I do agree with that. I think Corbin will win because I mean you can't have him lose his return to WWE match. Just can't. Um, And some would say it's like too quick to have him return and then immediately win a title, but why not? Why not? The only criticism I have about this is I love Corbin, and I like that he's back in WWE, and he's already in a big time feud. But I can't help but feel bad for Carmelo Hayes. I feel like this should have been Carmelo Hayes' spot. There should have been Hayes versus Williams for the United States Championship at SummerSlam, and it
Uh,
should have been Carmelo Hayes winning the belt
are
off
you are
Trick
you not
Williams.
watching Camilo Hayes on main event? He's on
No.
main event. You can watch him and Ricky Saints on WWE main event on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, I have better things to do with my time. I'm afraid to say. It looks like a Sesame Street character took a shit and became a title bout. I need to take a look at this after this is over because I'm really curious to see what it looks like. But yeah, no, I just feel bad for Melo Hayes because he should have been on the WrestleMania card, and now he should have been on the SummerSlam card. Like, in fact, there's two people that is not on the SummerSlam card that should be, and fucking Danhausen's on this card. Carmelo Hayes doesn't have a SummerSlam match, and Braun Breaker doesn't have a SummerSlam match. But fucking Danhausen has a SummerSlam match. Make it make sense. I don't understand it. Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints finally made it to the main event. Yeah, made it to main event, not to the main event. Uh, but yeah, they may make it to the main event of main event, but not the main event of a big show. Which is unfortunate for Melo Hayes because I actually really am a big fan of Carmelo Hayes. I think he's fantastic, and this really should have been Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams for the US title at SummerSlam because this would have been perfect for Melo to win the belt, and then you could maybe have him versus Baron Corbin in the future.
Yeah,
But
I think this really should have. I wouldn't have been mad if this was a triple threat match though.
or triple threat, yeah. Just have Carmelo Hayes be involved, man, because he's been starved of big shows, man. Just give him something, something.
Yeah, yeah,
All,
but
all, all's forgiven because Finn Balor is going to become WWE champion. I don't think that'll happen, unfortunately. I want it to happen. I'm a big Finn Balor fan, but no. I think he'll. Well, we'll get on to the number one contenders match, but I do think he'll win that one, and then he'll face whoever the champion is. But yeah, you
you'll
never
never
know. We could get into the match
get.
after tonight's episode. Potentially, I hope it happens. If it does happen, cool. My criticism of that is gone. But if not,
But let's go
yeah,
into something that I wish they would do this a little bit more often. Number one contenders match on a PLE, so making a match feel something.
yeah.
Making a match feel something. Sami Zayn and Finn Balor. Finn Balor won this fatal four way that it had the United States champion Trick Williams and other stuff. So you're like, gee, I wonder who's going to win this. So, damn, I've been coughing too much recently.
Same here. My throat is screwed up. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
my sinuses and stuff like that just been bad. I think they're just going to continue with something happening here where Sami Zayn does not win. So I'm gonna go with Finn Balor to win, and I know we've already seen Balor and Punk a lot, but we're going to see it again. I think.
I had Royce Keys, who already has a match. Trick Williams, who already has a match. And Damian Priest, who is Damian Priest. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, see, gee, I wonder if who's going to win that Fatal Four Way, and it was Finn Balor, the logical person out of all of them, because Finn has been winning matches recently.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it was the most obvious person to win ever.
yeah. So I think Finn is going to win here and beat Sami Zayn. I really do.
I do also Finn Balor wins this match. Whether he wins the WWE Championship, I don't think so. But I do think he will become the number one contender, and then he'll face Punk and then probably lose
Yeah.
again.
Adam Pearce is going to say fuck it and cost Sami Zayn. So what?
Dude,
So what? On Sunday night's main event in Atlanta, what we're gonna have Adam Pearce and Sami Zayn in a one-on-one match?
I was gonna say Adam Pearce is gonna pull a Nick Aldis. So
He said,
imagine.
he said Nick can't be the only GM to have a match. Um. Okay. Five-way interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. Don't get me wrong, I love ladder matches. But considering Money in the Bank is like a couple months away, don't you think they could have done some other match than a ladder match? Maybe. I'm
Yeah,
just
couldn't they have done an elimination match, like a 6-person elimination style match? Like I feel like
or
that would have been even cooler.
or they do a five-way pack match where they have like a match, or you know how NXT does like the Lone Survivor, or maybe not the
Yeah,
Lone Survivor, but where there's like a 25 or 30 minute uh time period, and whoever gets the most pins becomes the champion. Whatever that is, I forget what that concept is.
yeah. I feel like that would have been a little bit too complicated for like the main roster casual people to follow. They'd have been like, what? So yeah, but I do agree. Going with a ladder match when Money in the Bank's only a couple of months away is a bit like, yeah, Iron
Yeah,
Survivor. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah. But I mean, I'm still going to enjoy it. We have Charlotte Flair, uh, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, the women's United States champion, by the way, Chelsea Green, and then we're gonna find out tonight if it's Julia or Last Legend. Very exciting stuff to figure out the fifth person the night before SummerSlam. Very exciting right there. Um,
Out of those women, for me, there's only two people that it can possibly be, and that is Charlotte or Jade. I don't see it being any other woman, including Julia or Lash Legend. It's probably gonna be Julia.
I
I
mean,
don't see Julia.
I would put Julia in that ladder match. I wouldn't put Lash. We already have
No.
Lash. We already have Jade and Lash. Like we don't need two powerhouses in that.
No. But
So
yeah, I wouldn't see Julia winning this. I don't see Tiffany Stratton winning this because she's the United States champion, for fuck's sake. Um
I know she's from Minnesota, but I mean, holy shit! Can we
yeah.
not? I mean, can we not put her in a championship match against Blake Monroe? Like they've been doing stuff like that. Like where the hell is Blake Monroe at? Like, can we get her on television more? She's been coming to SmackDown for fucking 3 months now.
And hasn't thrown a punch in a ring.
She's
This
only
is like
yeah, she's done segments, but I mean, she had that one. What she probably did like WWE main event, like in London or whatever.
yeah.
She's probably on WWE main event, but
So what there? So there's Charlotte Jade, um Tiffany Stratton. Who's
Chelsea,
the for?
Chelsea.
Chelsea Green. Yeah, Chelsea Green ain't winning. Chelsea Green ain't winning this match. No offense to her. Like I just know she's not going to win this match. So yeah, there's only two people that this could possibly be. It's either going to be Charlotte or it's going to be Jade, and I think they're going to put it on Charlotte.
Well, I'm going to say this for people that might not understand interim and all that stuff because they don't really do WWE does not do this often. It's basically just a title holder, and then until Rhea comes back and they face off to see who is the real champion. So
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen. Eventually, they got to face off one on one. I think
yeah.
they wrote
So
Charlotte off or Alexa off so Charlotte can win without causing too much attention. Maybe.
and to obviously set up Rhea Charlotte. Yeah, basically they'll want to do Rhea and Charlotte. They'll want to rekindle that feud that they had a few years ago. So yeah, to me, there's one obvious winner, and that to me that's Charlotte. It could be Jade, but I just see it being Charlotte. So they'll have Charlotte win, Rhea return from injury, and then they'll do Rhea and Charlotte, and then Rhea will be the
Well,
true champion.
I look at this, and you're not going to see Julia or Lash win. You don't see Tiffany winning. I don't see Jade winning. My two picks, and one of them is you said that wasn't going to win. You gotta understand this is an interim thing. This ain't crowning her as champion. I could see them doing an interim thing where they have Chelsea win
I would
because
want it.
maybe they don't want to run Charlotte and Rhea back yet. I know it's been a couple years, but they would want to do that at a bigger show, and I don't see them waiting. Depending on how the injury is for Rhea, I don't see them waiting all the way till Money in the Bank, which is a couple of months away. I don't know what we don't know what the injury looks like, but if they have interim, that means she should be back soon. I don't know if they're going to want to run that at like a WrestlePalooza or one of the Saturday night's main events or something like that.
Don't get me
So
wrong. I would want Chelsea Green. Like Chelsea Green as an interim champion would be very interesting because then it gives her like basically a trial run to see what she can do with it.
so
But
so my pick is going to be Chelsea. Actually, I'll go with Chelsea.
very bold. Again, would like to see it, but I just don't think they'll go that route.
I don't see Jade. I know you said those are the two options. I just don't see Jade. I don't think they're going to do Jade. I just don't. I mean,
That's why.
Charlotte would be my pick, but I'm just thinking of realistically. I don't think they're going to want to run Rhea and Charlotte again at like a little lower B pay-per-view. I think they would want to do it at a big show. So
But no, I think the reason why they will do it as a small-ish show now is because they've already done it at big shows. They've done it at WrestleMania twice.
we'll see.
They don't necessarily need to do it at a big show again. So yeah, and plus with Charlotte winning the title while Alexa's out, like Yusuf said, it doesn't cause too much tension, but maybe it does. Even while Alexa's gone and Charlotte wins the belt, um, Alexa will come back and then will basically be like, "Oh, without me in the picture, you just went on to basically forget about me and go on to do like your individual thing and win the women's championship. You basically forgot about me." Like you can run that angle with Alexa Bliss when she comes back and stuff. So for me, it's gonna be Charlotte. I think my default pick for any ladder match is Omos, but I guess Charlotte's a chance. Fuck's sake. Yeah, for me, it's gonna be Charlotte. The
Uh,
bold pick would be Chelsea to be like, holy shit, this is so out of nowhere, but I'm down for it. But I think they'll go the obvious route and go Charlotte.
they'll probably go the obvious route, but I'll go with my pick and stay with Chelsea to win. Minus the Oba and Brock match of the predictions, this has got to be the easiest slam dunk Triple H booking decision ever. Penta defending the IC championship against Chad Gable. If this man does not crown Chad Gable as the Intercontinental Championship, he should be fired the next night. He should not be able to write Monday Night Raw. This should be the easiest slam dunk. His hometown, Gable with Americano stuff, with Kaiser, all this momentum. There is no way, no how that Chad Gable should not win this.
I agree. I agree. I think Chad Gable should definitely win the Intercontinental Championship. Don't get me wrong, Penta's been a great champion.
Yes.
Penta's been a great champion, putting on great matches, having good title defenses, actually defending the fucking title. She's doing what a champion should do and defend the title. But yeah, I think Chad Gable, he deserves his flowers. Like he needs to be rewarded for all that he's done in the last couple of years. So yeah, Chad Gable for me has to win the Intercontinental Championship. Ludwig Kaiser going to say, fuck it, it cost Chad Gable. Imagine. No, no, please not let that happen.
That'd be
Um,
yeah,
they
Penta.
had
Go ahead.
they had their thing. Chad and Kaiser had their feud with the Americanos. They had their thing. Let's lay it to rest forever.
Yeah.
Let's just have Chad Gable win the IC title, have a good reign, and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, Penta has been a great champion. So I think it's time for him to either try to move up, or if they want to do a tag team with him and his brother, I wouldn't mind that, because that's
I think
one.
the tag team division really fucking needs it. Like,
Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about now before this main event. For night two. This this tag team division stuff, WWE does not give one single fuck about it. You can tell. It is so bad. You got the Vision. And guess who they're going up against? And it's because they haven't built them up. If they built them up, I wouldn't mind it because they're good. Tozawa and Otis. That is the big team they got for division.
like I said, the fact that that's a SummerSlam match, but the likes of Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker is off the card. I just don't get
Look,
it.
look, without trying to look up, do you remember who the tag team champions on SmackDown?
No.
R Truth and Damian Priest.
Oh yeah, genuinely, I completely forgot. Lucha Bros, War Raiders, Street Profits, Usos, Fraxium. Yeah, that should be and this is the why they should combine the titles. But Division and Truth and Priest are champions. Exactly. This is why they need to combine the divisions. Don't have two different tag team divisions on two different shows, and don't have two different championships. Combine the divisions, because if you literally just combine the divisions and have Lucha Bros, War Raiders, Street Profits, Usos, Fraxium, along with Division and Truth and Priest, that's a solid tag team division. And with Otis and Tozawa, that's a solid tag team division. If you have the Lucha Bros like go together after Penta loses the title. That it's not the greatest tag team division out there, but it's a solid enough one. But if you
Yeah,
split them across both shows,
it's more solid. It's more solid than whatever the hell we get with tag team wrestling. This is so bad.
yes. NXT's tag team division is cooking. You'll have good teams coming up within the next couple of years too. Yeah, but knowing Triple H, as soon as he brings up good tag teams, he'll have one of them turn heel, and then yeah, bye tag team. That's literally what's been happening the last couple of years. Any good tag team, they've either gone, left the company because they don't give a shit about tag team wrestling, or one individual in that tag team has turned heel, and then yeah, no more tag team. That's literally what has been happening the last couple of years, unfortunately, and that's what's caused basically the death of the tag team division, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been bad.
but yeah, for years now, I've been calling for the tag team divisions to combine because there's not enough tag teams to have two different good divisions
Exactly.
across both shows. It's impossible.
Exactly. And you know what's wild? When Braun Breaker got called up, they said, "Oh, him and Corbin can't come up as a tag team, and everything." And look where Braun Breaker is at right now, tag teaming with Austin Theory. And I like Austin Theory, but Braun Breaker should not be tag teaming with Austin Theory. He should be going after singles gold. So I wish I could have included DIY in their teams, but obviously it's WWE. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and we got Johnny Gargano planking on a damn crate for how long now? 9 months? He's just waiting for his contract to end, boy.
Yeah, yeah, he's just waiting. He's just counted down the days until his contract is out, so he can join Tommaso Ciampa in AEW. You just know it. You just know it.
So bad. But I'm not going to harp on it much more. We know how bad the tag team division is, and they just don't. They don't care about it at all. Unfortunately. Main event of night two. Roman Reigns defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. Now, Roman Reigns has not beaten Seth Rollins in a big time match. This is all we've heard. Blah, blah, blah. Brother this, brother that, brother this, brother that. I'm like, that promo, I said, oh my gosh, what are we doing here? Um, unless Candice LeRae carries Johnny to the ring to help Sami Zayn beat Finn. Oh, you're asking way too much out of Triple H to book something like that. Um, so I think this is an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not cooking anything, buddy. Hell, this shit is burnt and everything. No cooking that's good. Um, Now if they did do something with Johnny and have him help Sami Zayn, I would honestly laugh. I will say that it'd probably be funny, but um, I think this main event it's just easy to know that I don't think Roman's going to lose to Seth and everything. I think it's just very common to know that, and I say that because with my prediction earlier of LA Knight, Solo, and Royski's winning, I could see a world for like Money in the Bank where you're going to get either Roman versus LA Knight, Roman versus Solo, or maybe even Roman versus Royce Keys. But I think Roman versus either LA Knight or Solo for the championship at Money in the Bank makes sense. Because I say that with it came out that Roman will be at Money in the Bank. Didn't say if he would compete or not, but he's going to be at the show.
Johnny Gargano planks on Finn's suitcase. Finn can't get out of his gear, loses by forfeit. I think Finn wouldn't care. You just wrestle in his fucking street clothes. I don't think Finn would give two shits, to be honest. But that would be hilarious. Um, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't see any other way but Roman retaining. I know that the whole thing is like, oh, Seth hasn't lost or Roman hasn't beaten Seth in a big time match in a PLE or whatever. It's just like that's literally them telling you that this is the match where it's going to happen. They wouldn't be making such a big deal about it if it wasn't going to be like, oh yeah, Roman's going to end that streak here because he is. Seth's not beating Roman here. Neither should he. The Shield chair, the Shield chair, the Shield chair. Yeah, I
Yeah,
do wonder how they're going to incorporate that into the match because they're going to do it at some point. I wonder if
don't worry, we'll get a ref bump. If
yeah,
we
well, yeah.
if we know anything about Roman Reigns matches, we're gonna get a damn ref bump, baby.
Oh yeah, it's always the same. Roman Reigns match. Well, yep, the ref screwed. The ref is going to take about 2-3 bumps in this match, along with many other run-ins and shenanigans.
Probably Dan
Yeah,
Angel getting ref bumped. He loves getting ref bumped. The
that
ref is
ref
going to
going to
do
do a 450 over the top rope to fall out of the ring. But yeah, I I hope it's going to be a case of they really do build it as like Roman gets over the whole trauma of the shield being broken up and stuff, and he. I don't know. They could incorporate many ways of doing it. Like they could just have a thing where Roman hits Seth in the back with the chair, just like he did to Roman years back, and then spears him to win. Like they could have him do that, or if they want to have Roman like grow as a character, like, and he has the opportunity to hit Seth in the back with the chair, but Seth has wanted him to do it, so he's luring him in to like stomp him or whatever. But Roman just drops it and then spears him anyway. Like I don't know, something like that. Like I feel like it's gonna be something like that. But either way, Roman's winning. There's just no doubt about that in my mind.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people think, oh, something big got to happen for not to. I think we're literally going to get off with Roman winning, and that's how it's going to end the show. I don't think anything big will happen.
No,
Now I say
I
this: if they end up doing The Rock to actually telling Cody to do that out of the blue or something, and everything like that, I think it's going to incorporate where we're might actually get Roman and Rock at Mania for in Saudi. I think.
Potentially, or throwing it out, or whatever. Yeah, I think Roman dropping the chair is exactly what we'll get, or throwing it out, or whatever. Yeah, it's to show that Roman has finally gotten over that like trauma of Seth doing what he did years back and having it not affect him mentally anymore and not having him distract him, because that was the whole thing that was happening with Roman, is that anytime Seth was around Roman in matches, like what happened when he lost the title to Cody, he was so focused on Seth and hitting him in the back with a chair that he ended up losing the title because of it. And I think they're going to incorporate that in this match, and then Roman's going to get over it. He's just like, yep, no, I know what happened years back. It's not going to affect me anymore. Throws the chair out the ring and then just finishes his business and beats Seth. I
Yeah,
think that should be the way they do it.
yeah,
Um,
that makes the most sense.
uh, with, in my opinion, I don't know if they will do this, but after the match, I could see them going like not so much out of character, but really embracing um their actual selves and either embracing and finally getting over all the years of bad blood or bad blood character wise. They'll like either embrace in the ring or they'll shake hands or like they'll do something to like show respect to each other as a way of like, yeah, all those years of bad blood, we're now over it. Like it's not a case of like I forgive you or anything, but it's like, yeah, we've now put it under the bridge. Essentially, that's what I think. If I'm Seth, forget the shield gear for mind games. I'm writing suffering succotash on my tights.
That's,
that would be hilarious.
that's wild. But yeah, I think we get something like that. I think they'll embrace each other and everything. But if they do that, then you might have someone that comes out then. But I'm not thinking of anything of anybody right now anyway. So I don't know.
I've heard some people like have some wild like predictions and say that Dean Ambrose is going to show up and do something. It's just like, no, he's still contracted with AEW, for fuck's sake. He's not going to just randomly show up on a big time WWE PLE just because Roman and Seth are probably having their last big match. No, like would I would I pop like hell if it happened? Yeah, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's just not. I am a visionary. I'm a revolutionary. I am suffering succotash, son. Fucking hell.
Uh,
But yeah,
but yeah, I can't wait for SummerSlam this week. Tomorrow, I was about to say this weekend. Tomorrow and Sunday. I mean, it's here basically. Um. Oh shit.
we're gonna get a masked man named Dean Ambrose until Dean is out of contract.
I hope not. I hope not.
No.
Um. But other than that, I think that is it. Yes. Um. I'm just hoping SummerSlam is at least decent, and we don't have ad after ad after ad after ad
No.
after ad. I hope it's just not as much. That's all I ask for, and we get longer matches. I mean, we got 2 nights for heaven's sakes. These matches should be going 10 minutes at least for most of them.
I mean, you say that we had 2 nights for WrestleMania, and I don't think any match went above 15 minutes, besides the main event. So who knows? Who knows? But I hope they actually give the matches time. Any
Uh,
predictions on anyone wearing a black hoodie to interfere in a match this weekend?
no.
No, no. Thank
In the
fuck.
near
I need
fu-
this should be.
in the near future, yes, because I do think we could see a um yeah, we get big cast, but they haven't said anything about Enzo, so maybe they didn't do Enzo. I don't know. Uh, I do think I do think Zilla Fatu will eventually make his way to WWE because I think they're setting up war games for the Bloodline versus Solo, LA Knight, Warriors Keys, and then who probably maybe Seth,
Mm. I
and
do
then
wonder how.
and
I
I
do
don't know
wonder
who.
how. I do wonder how they're going to do Big Cass like going forward, like like in terms of like his new character, because I assume they're going to repackage him and give him a completely new character. At least I hope they do, because his character when he was on his own solo after breaking up with Cass, not Cass, Enzo. it was oof, it was very bad. It was just not very good. It was just generic big man. That
Yeah,
was just it.
it was very bad. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I think that's all on my end. If you haven't checked, I am back with my rise. I uploaded it yesterday, episode 5. I took a 3-month break. Don't ask me why. Um, and I met the NXT parking lot on the my rise. It's the worst place that you can be at, supposedly. So check that out. I got shorts. I'm gonna be doing more of my rise, probably one or two episodes per week. And get that started up. Universe mode is gonna be a big thing. I'm gonna starting up. Um,
That reminds me. That reminds me. I'm in the process of making my characters at the minute. I started it before I went on holiday, and then my holiday interrupted my progress of finishing them. I've actually made the characters themselves, like their attires and all that. I'm in the process of making their entrances at the minute, so I need to make their entrances and then their move sets. But
so
once
so
that's done, I'll send them
so
over
the
to you.
only thing I've got to do with my character is because I took this break from WWE from the game is I gotta do the entrance. I got everything else done.
Hmm.
Everything else done, but the entrance is the big thing. So that'll be started up soon. I'll be doing King of the Ring probably soon too. So it's gonna be I'm gonna have plenty of content, and I've got saved clips from games I play, highlights, fails. So I've got plenty of stuff in the future. So can't wait for that. Only thing I got left for my character is only PlayStation 5 and Vine 2K26. Yeah, your character is got a torn ACL, low key. So so yeah. All right, we're gonna get off here. We've been up. This is probably I don't know how long we went last time, but I feel like this was pretty long. Let's see, what is it?
I think
Whoa,
we've gone 2 hours now.
no, not yet. No, wait a minute. Yes, we have.
Yeah, I think we've gone 2 hours.
I don't know. That too much counting. I'm not doing that. I'm off work and everything, so I ain't doing anything like that. But all right. Hope you guys
Torn
enjoy.
ACL, MCL, torn shoulder, torn Achilles. Fucking hell, man.
Speedy recovery, baby. Okay. Hope you guys enjoy. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're gonna get out of here. Hope you guys have a great Friday and try not to watch SmackDown. Just chill and not watch SmackDown because I mean it's not gonna be very interesting. All right. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.
Take care, guys. Peace.